Well, in a company structure, typically your directors would be that. Ownership is something that sits outside a company. The owner actually has very little to do with how a company is organized. The owner's interest is primarily a selfish one, and that selfish one is growth of the company or dividends that are paid out. So there is a legitimate selfish interest for owners. Directors of a company are the people appointed as stewards of that asset. And so they do serve the shareholders. They're generally appointed in most environments, appointed by the shareholders, but they are legally obliged to build and protect the reputation and the asset that they have. And the asset that they have is not just a financial asset. It's an asset that consists of what their people have put in, the communities they operate in, often environmental impact. So you go into resource-based mining, manufacturing, have an impact environmentally. And so the directors are the stewards of how those different assets, from money from the investors, environment, resources, community input, their employees, all of those things are combined to create value ultimately. And so that value is what the directors are the stewards of. And so ultimately it's about reputation. And control is given to directors. They can effectively do anything within the parameters of the law with that company. And you often see directors doing very different things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But they're the ones. And so directorship is a selfless interest in an organization. It's not about themselves, it's about the company. They are there to act in the best interest of the company. And that phrase is used in most legislative environments, and that can't be overlooked. So a director cannot act in their own self-interest. And if they do, they could become liable. And the liability is not just from the shareholders, but any other stakeholder in a business, employees, community organizations, environmental groups, could take action against directors because they haven't acted in the company's, the stakeholder groupings, best interest. And so companies have moved from being purely financial to being value-based. What value is added to the organization and the environment and the community they operate in.